Straight whiskey is a classification of whiskey. It's a category of quality. So any American whiskey can be a straight whiskey if it meets that criteria. So you can have a straight rye, a straight corn, a straight bourbon, a straight barley. They can all be straight whiskeys as long as you meet the minimum standard of quality in production. So the definition of a straight whiskey is that it's made in the United States of America. It has to be made in America. It's a protected designation. Only American whiskeys can be straight. It has to be at least 51% one grain. So the name grain on the bottle, the recipe has to be at least 51% of that grain. That mash cannot be distilled at greater than 160 proof. If you distill it higher than 160 proof, you strip out too much flavor. So to ensure that there's plenty of flavor, you don't distill it greater than 160 proof. When it comes off the still, you can add nothing to it but water before it goes in the barrel, meaning no flavoring, coloring, or spirit from another distillery. It's going to go in that barrel at not greater than 125 proof and age no less than 2 years. Now, every whiskey, with the exception of corn whiskey, has to be a new American white oak barrel. Corn whiskey, you age in a used barrel. That's the only one. After it's aged for that minimum of 2 years, when you take that whiskey out to bottle it, you can add nothing to it but water, meaning no flavoring, coloring, or spirit from another distillery. You can mix multiple barrels of the same whiskey, but you wouldn't bring in a whiskey from a different distillery. And it cannot go into the bottle at greater than 140 proof or less than 80 proof. And that's a straight whiskey.